I'm doing sheet metal work and kind of showed how bad this was in the beginning. I'm starting to beat it from the inside and I cleaned this up. So this looked like this. You see all the bubble welds? And I got a grinder because that's what kind of welder I am. And I grinded it down. I didn't actually do that. So first time for everything. But you can see how much they bashed it in after I mean, you can already tell how much they bashed it in. But the goal is I'm gonna try working out some of these dents before I give up, cut all this out, and then re-weld in a piece and cover it in Bondo. But kind of want to show you guys before, and then we'll start getting to work on it today. So, getting to work. And I'm using a hammer. I mean, that's the only tool I'm using. I'm just beating the hell out of it back out. So yeah, give me a minute. So I actually got a little closer in there so you guys can kind of see all the dents. So wasn't only using that one hammer. I'm gonna be using 3 hammers, so I want to walk you guys through of what hammer I'm using. This hammer's for medium hitting, this is for soft hitting, and this is for when I give up and I want to just knock the whole thing out. So yep, so you guys can follow the link in the description for all 3 of these hammers. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, right now I'm just gonna tap the hell out of it and see if it gets any more pretty or worse, and then if it doesn't, then more than likely this and the trans tunnel will all be one piece and it will all be welded in once, just so I can basically fix any of this stuff, because as we get down here. And the other thing is that since we got the other Chevy II, there's a hole here. That's the patch panel underneath the gas pedal, actually. And you see the little rivets they used. With his car, we had an issue with the transmission fitting because of how the tunnel was shaped. So we actually had to kind of cut and bash stuff out. So in this case, I'm running a Turbo 400. I'm gonna make the tunnel bigger to compensate for it, so it doesn't have any kind of issues. So it just boop, fits in there and we're done. So I'm gonna get back to hitting it. So I'm inside the car now, obviously. And I realized I was just fucking it up more because I was bashing it in the wrong way. You see how pretty that weld is? That's actually the stock clear up. Boop. All right, whatever. Right there, this blurry spot is actually the original spot for the windshield wiper motor. So go figure, they welded that close. So what I'm looking at is a lot of wires, clear. All right, up here is a bashed in area, obviously. It's dented out this way. I'm gonna push it in and I think it's gonna fill this gap. And then basically I'm gonna keep pushing all this in and get the gap as close as possible, and hopefully I can kind of just tack it all close, and then it's gonna look ugly. We're just trying stuff today. We're gonna see how it looks. It's probably gonna look really ugly. It's so bumpy. I mean, just looking at it through the camera, it looks horrible. So yeah, we're gonna see how it comes out. I'm gonna keep tapping it. I've got a new tool. It's this block of wood I found. You can get it for $19.95 plus shipping and handling. I ship overseas as well. Custom made in-house. What was this used for? It's a chalk. It was used to chalk tires. But yep. Let me get back at it again. I got a new hammer, and it makes really quick work of making this just completely smooth now. If you checked it out before, you remember all the bumps and stuff this had? Completely smooth now. Phenomenal, phenomenal. Hercules makes this, Harbor Freight hammer. It's amazing. I love it. I would 100% recommend this to anybody. I got a little bit more hammering I gotta do here, up, and it should be perfect by that point. Excited. I cut it out. I got annoyed of hitting the shit out of it, and it didn't look good because there's just so much that's messed up. So what I'm gonna do is I cut that piece out. I'm gonna work my edge first, get this all smooth, and then what I'm gonna do is I might take this to work. I'm gonna roll this in a roller, get it flat, and then basically reuse these pieces, all original. But that's my goal. So I got one more piece I gotta cut out. I'm gonna leave this, I'm gonna cut this, and obviously there's a roll to this panel. It isn't dead flat. So when I put it through the roller and get this flattish, more straighter, it's gonna have a slight C, and that's the part that I'm gonna have to work out, and that's what we're gonna use to make our curvature and our firewall. I am liking the open concept though, like I can run my wires through here, no issue. I can run my ground wire through there. my starter wire, maybe like an alternator wire. Can just boop. It's a big gauge, 10 gauge. Boop, right out there. I'm gonna cut this piece out and we'll see how it looks. Still working on her, but it's getting better. This part I haven't started yet, but this side, pulled it forward, got a few dents, one there, and this row up here, but for the most part, it's actually not too bad. There's a lip down here. I'm gonna check out my brother's car and see if that's there or if this is a dent. I'm not trying to make it exact, but close enough. Messing with the idea of getting rid of this indenture. And what's gonna happen is when I do the trans tunnel, this will be part of the trans tunnel. So this will all flow into one. But we're currently working on this, and where are my pliers at? These, grandfather actually got me these a while ago. So grandfather up in Maine. Never really used them besides clamping random shit together. And finally using them for getting this pulled out. So thank you for getting me these. They're pretty nice. I like these. Yeah, so it's just a slow process. I'm not really filming myself beating the firewall off or cutting it. One, because it's really repetitive for the most part, kind of just giving you guys a little updates on what's happening. And two, I don't want to edit me smashing a wall for 40 minutes. Besides, looking back and be like, damn, why did I do that? But this ain't gonna be bad, but I'm probably gonna end the video here. I'm gonna finish up taking these out and taking a few of these out, and then I'm gonna ponder my ideas of what I should do with this. If you guys got any ideas that I should do, let me know in the comments. And if you guys got any tips for how I should make this look better, I'll also leave those down there. I'm always open to new ideas on how to make this thing look prettier and sharpen up my lack of sheet metal skills that I got. So thank y'all and take it easy.